students, I wanted to go over a couple of tips for the Word2 project. This is to help you when you start creating your project that you will not lose points, because this is one of the places that students traditionally do lose points. So let's look at some tips here about the Word project. Here are part of your instructions. It says you're going to write this paper, but of course the paper's provided for you. So you're going to change the normal style. Now, a lot of times we look at this and say, well, I know how to highlight the whole document and change it to Times New Roman. I know how to make it 12 point. I know how to do all these things individually. So why do I have to change the normal style? Well, first of all, this will keep you from having to highlight everything, go back and do this, go back and do that. It actually gives you a quick way to set this up. And it's only for this document, so it helps make things go faster. Plus, if you do each of these individually, Sam is going to count it wrong. So I encourage you to be sure that as you are looking at your project instructions, that when it says that you don't miss any words, and when you say, oh, well, I know how to do that, you want to go back and look and see what is Sam trying to teach you in this instruction to make your life easier as you go along. So this is something that will help you as you go through. So be sure that you do the normal style and that you are following the directions carefully, okay? So here's a little bit of information. So when you get ready to change the normal style, you're going to go to the Home tab, which is what comes up by default in your Word, but just to be sure, you're going to right-click Normal in the Style section. Then you're going to click on Format. And in the format, you're going to change the Times New Roman, because once you change it to, it says Century Gothic right now and 12 point, but when you change it to Times New Roman, this is going to change to 11. So you want to be sure and change this to Times New Roman and 12. Then this is under the Format tab, though, under Font. So then you're going to click OK, and on the Page Layout tab, and you'll click OK with this to change, and it'll show you here in a preview what it looks like. Then on the Page Layout tab, you're going to, in the paragraph section, you're going to remove the spacing after the paragraph. Remember, there should be no extra spacing. You're going to double space in the line and paragraph section on the Home tab. You're going to double space. Then you're going to also go to, after you've made all these changes, you're going to go back to the normal style, right click on it, and then choose that first selection down here where it says update normal to match selection. And then that will change everything in your document. And then that whole section right there will be correct when you submit your project. If you need additional pictures and information, don't forget, everything that we're doing, every concept that we're doing in this project is going to be demonstrated in step-by-step pictures and words in your ebook. Oops, sorry. So if you have a question about just this one step, you can go to your ebook, go to the Project 3, and you're looking for pages 61 through 64. And that will show you exactly how to change the normal style. But this is one thing that students do often miss, because we do work with Word more, and so we do know how to do some of these things a little bit on our own without going through the style sheets. But this will make your job a lot faster, as well as using the citations when you go in to create your citations. So when it says to use the citation builder, that's what you need to do. And it will show you in the ebook how to create this where you might not get as much of this from the training, but you will get it from the ebook. So I do encourage you to really start using your ebook. You can have it open on one side and you can have your Word document open on another. And if you want to print your instructions out, you can go back and forth between the two by splitting the screen on your computer by right-clicking and telling it to split screen. So I encourage you to do this. I encourage you to follow these instructions carefully. And then after you submit your project, I do recommend going and looking at the report. It will show you exactly what you missed, and then you can go to your ebook and brush up on those concepts and then go back and change your project. I really encourage you to resubmit any project for a higher grade so that that won't be one of your drop grades, because you do have 5 or 6 drop grades in the assignment section. And I encourage you to save those maybe for the things that are really, are low grades, but not zeros. So if you have any questions, I hope you will start on your project early in the week and let me know if you have any questions. I'm here to help.